If you're watching this video, then you've probably been stuck at a certain fitness level for a while and you're wondering how to get out of it. Maybe your bench press PR has been the same for about 2 months. Maybe your vertical jump's been the same for 3 months. Regardless of what your goals are, you're here because you want to know how to break a plateau and start progressing again. So firstly, you got to reevaluate a few things: your training routine, nutrition, intensity, and daily lifestyle. Let's start with your training routine. Ask yourself a few questions. How often am I working out? Have I been skipping days at the gym? Do I follow a specific training plan? If you're spending too little or too much time at the gym, that might be your first indicator. Too little time would cause not enough stress in the muscles, thus not adapting to the exercises efficiently. Too much time at the gym would mean less recovery time and the muscles being too fatigued to work out maximally, which means you would just be half-assing your reps. No recovery means no gain, so make sure you're giving yourself enough time to recover while also making sure you're working out hard enough. Second question: do you skip days at the gym at all? If you said yes, why? Is it because you're too tired or too lazy? Wait, hold on. Maybe it's because you have other things to deal with. Maybe because you work a full-time job. Maybe you have schoolwork to deal with. No, it's because you're not disciplined. Even though you have all those things going on, if this fitness goal is really important to you, then you're gonna find a way to work on it. All the things that I just named are excuses. The majority of people that work out seriously don't actually want to work out, but they work out because they have their mindset on a certain goal that they want to achieve. For me, I don't want to wake up early in the morning to work out. I would rather just stay in bed, to be honest. But I have certain goals that I'm so crazy about that I just want to achieve that badly. And I'm going to achieve it no matter what time I have to wake up at, how hard I have to work, what I have to sacrifice. I'm going to find a way to achieve it, and I don't care what I got to do. Some people work full-time jobs, have families, and are still in elite shape. To be honest, it's really about how important this fitness goal is to you. Some people just want to maintain their fitness level and don't take it too seriously, and that's totally fine. But if you're actually serious about fitness or a sport, don't say you're too busy or too lazy. Don't say, oh, maybe I'll just do it another day. Maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. It's okay, I could skip today, I'll just do it tomorrow. That becomes a habit. And once you keep saying that, all of those days that you missed are gonna build up. If you work all day, 9 to 5, wake up a little bit earlier to fit in your workout in. All you need is a good 1 hour out of your day to put in a good workout. If you're working out efficiently, that is. If you don't want to wake up early, do it after your work. I'm pretty sure you have 1 hour out of your day to spare. It's really up to you how you want to deal with this. Next question: do you follow a certain training plan? By training plan, I mean a set workout split that you swear to follow. Some people just go to the gym and do whatever they want. They just go to the gym and raw dog it. They look at a certain machine and say, oh, I want to do this. Maybe I want to do legs today. Oh no, I want to do bench press. And that's not really an efficient way to work out. Create a plan for yourself, doing certain things on certain days and not skipping a single day. That doesn't mean work out every day, because you're gonna have rest days in your week, obviously, right? I'm just saying to stick to your plan. If you have legs today, then do legs today. If you have a rest day, then do nothing. Progressively overload each week by adding more weight or more reps or more sets. Maybe do the exercises faster or more explosively. There's a lot of different ways to progressively overload. Just make sure you're going harder than the previous week. Keep track of your numbers, like your reps, sets, and weight, just so you know where you're at and if you're improving. Next is nutrition. What you consume determines how your body will recover and react. I'm not a nutritionist or anything, but if you're eating fast food every day, a burger, fries, and a milkshake, don't have high expectations for yourself. Eat whole foods. And whole foods mean chicken breast, broccoli, rice, just as long as it's not processed like from a can or fast food. Track your calories. This is a hard one even for me, but if you're serious about losing weight or gaining weight, bulking or cutting, counting calories is your best friend. If you're trying to gain weight, you want to be in a caloric surplus, meaning you're consuming more calories than you're burning. If you want to lose weight, make sure you're eating in a caloric deficit, meaning you're burning more calories than you're consuming. Measure your macros, like the amount of carbs, proteins, and fats that you're consuming in a day. If you're gonna snack in between meals, make sure it's at least healthy. Maybe some fruits, nuts, carrot or something. Again, I'm not a nutritionist, so I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but these are just general tips you should know about what to do with your diet. Intensity, self-explanatory. Are you working out hard enough? When trying to increase your vertical jump, you want to be moving maximally for each rep. It's a lot different than training for aesthetics, because for aesthetics, it's more efficient to train until failure. For athleticism, speed, power, you don't. It depends on how much effort you're putting in for the 3 to 6 reps. 3 to 6 reps being the ideal rep range for power and explosiveness. And strength. The reason we don't train until failure is because that usually trains muscle hypertrophy and muscle endurance. What we want is muscular power, explosiveness, and strength. And doing exercises from 3 to 6 reps makes sure we're producing the maximal amount of force we can. So when doing plyometrics and strength training, you're trying to move as fast as possible and jump as high as possible for each single rep. It all depends on your intent. Only you know if you're putting in the maximal amount of effort. And lastly, your daily lifestyle. If you're a competitive athlete, it may be be a bit difficult for you. If you're in the middle of the season, you probably have team practices and games to deal with, and that's aside from your own personal fitness goals. When training for vertical jump, I usually suggest training 4 to 6 times a week depending on your fitness level. If you're in mid-season though, I would suggest doing at least 2 training sessions per week, and that's excluding your team practices and games. I would suggest having 1 plyo day and 1 strength day per week, excluding the team practices and games again. I would also suggest having a jump session in there. Maybe put it in the beginning of your strength days or the beginning of your plyo days. If worse comes to worse, if you have no time at all, I would suggest taking out the strength training and putting in a jump day instead, where you're just trying to dunk, touch a high ceiling, spike a volleyball, basically just jumping, because that's how important jump sessions are. The more you jump, the higher you'll jump. That's basically how it is. If you're not an athlete and you're just a casual athlete like me that likes to play pickup basketball, that's a bit different. For me, I made the mistake of getting tempted to play pickup basketball instead of going through with my workout. Usually I'd have to do legs and I'd go to the court to warm up, and it would just pull me in, and I would stay there for a couple hours and not do my workout at all. That's what you don't want to do. And that's probably one of the main reasons it took me so long to increase my vertical. I'm mainly trying to jump higher. I don't really care about getting better at basketball at this point. So it's best for me to stick to my routine and not get tempted to play ball and just go through with my workout. Believe me, because I've been in a plateau before. A really bad one and a really long one. Pause. Hold up. I was in a vertical jump plateau for about 6 months, where my vertical was stagnant at about 35 inches, and I was only grabbing rim and nothing else. That's the only thing I could do. But you know what the reason was? It's because I haven't changed anything in my training or my diet or my lifestyle. I was eating really bad food. I was skipping workouts. I didn't have a set training routine, and I was doing the same exact exercises, keeping the same exact weight. I was barely doing progressive overload, and that's why I was staying the same. It's because you're used to this lifestyle. You're used to the same exercises, the same weight, the same everything. So to summarize, to get out of a plateau, we want to change up our routine, change up our diet, intensity, exercises, and lifestyle. I swear I counted 4 things in the beginning. Now I have 5 somehow, but whatever. We want to basically expose our body to a different and more advanced stimulus so that we can start progressing again. If you're in a plateau and you think you've been wasting time because you haven't been improving, cut it out. You're in a plateau because you surpassed your previous training level and you're even better than before. The things that were the hardest thing for you before are now so easy for you now. And that's probably why you haven't been improving. Just because you're not improving doesn't mean you're not improving. That was a bar. What? I just made that up on the spot. Just because your physical abilities aren't improving doesn't mean you're not improving overall. You're learning more about yourself. You're learning more about your capabilities. The only thing you're lacking is the knowledge of how to get out of a plateau. And that's what this video is for. The only reason that you're staying the same is because you're doing the same things. Make sense? Yeah, hope it does. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram or comment on this YouTube video. Bye.